With the NBA fantasy world already wrapped up, we start to turn our attention towards the W side of the game, and Andre Snellings is here to help those out that might be heading into it for the very first time. My name is Untitled, and it is time to focus on the draft. Dre, we got two names that are going to be on the board. You, let's say, are on the clock.
Okay.
Who are you taking? We're going to start out with the first forward/center to be selected. Are we going Angel Wilson or Breanna Stewart?
So this is a great matchup between two players that have been going back and forth for MVP in both fantasy and real life. But Andre is picking Angel Wilson.
Angel Wilson.
You know, she's coming off a mega dominant season.
Yeah.
Maybe the most dominant season in WNBA history. And Breanna Stewart, she was the leading fantasy point scorer the year before last, but she's coming off of off-season knee surgery. She's supposed to be up and going in full speed, but the way Asia's going, I'm going there.
Yeah, Asia didn't just, run away or walk away with that fantasy MVP honors last year. She was going pretty much 100 on the highway at this point. She was almost 300 fantasy points ahead of Caitlin Clark, and that is some nasty work.
Yeah.
Next up is the aforementioned Caitlin Clark and Dallas Wings guard Arike Ogunbowale. When you see these two, who is the first guard that will be selected?
Arike has that game, but I'm going with Caitlin Clark.
Got it.
Because after a slow start relatively to her rookie season last year, in the second half of the season, she averaged a double-double, monster stats, almost 45 fantasy points per game over a full half of a season. I think that's the floor for her this year.
Yeah, and when you look at Arike, the main concern there is Paige Beckers is joining this system. How will those points look forward? Because last year they were neck and neck across the board between these two, so that addition of Paige is going to be interesting. This is how the top 10 projected players are. Dre, you didn't make this.
I did not do these projections.
Do you agree with it?
I agree with these names being players of interest. One name that's not on this list that I would like to see there is Angel Reese. She was having, as great as Caitlin Clark's rookie season was, Angel Reese was having almost as dominant of a rookie season before her injury. And I think that this season, before the year's out, unless she gets hurt again, she's going to be in the top 10 in fantasy points.
Well, another name right there is Napheesa Collier, another name that you were shouting out right then and there. That'll wrap things up for us here. If you need some more insight, make sure to head on over to espn.com/fantasy. He's Andre Snellings. I'm Aaron Atide. We'll see you next time.